on, Tad, just take the time. Take the time you had allocated to your honeymoon.
Well, don't worry about it. We're still going to need that time off if we ever do get the honeymoon.
Well, so take that time and take this time. Take it whenever you need it.
That's very generous of you.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm a much better owner than Adam or Dimitri, admit it.
Please, don't even mention his name in my presence.
Which one?
Dimbo. Man crashed my wedding on his own private little search and destroy. Apparently, the Pine Valley Police have put out an APB on Erica. He decided to show up at my parents' house.
Nice timing.
Well, tell me about it. So my father took him across the street to talk. While I was cooling off, my father was having a heart attack. And here's the kicker. Apparently, Dimitri didn't even raise a finger to help him.
I can't believe he would be that cold. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, anyway, that he would crash your wedding. Kind of expected that.
You did?
Yeah, it's fairly obvious. Dimitri wants Gloria. And why do you look so surprised? I mean, don't tell me it never crossed your mind.
Well, I trust Gloria.
Yeah, well, so you should. I mean, you're marrying her. But what about Dimitri?
What about Dimitri? They're just friends.
Yeah, right. Nice party line. Dimitri has better ideas.
Excuse me, and why are you so sure about this?
Dad, it's like Tammy meets the millionaire. The wealthy bachelor showers the wholesome beauty with cheap thrills and expensive gifts.
What kind of expensive gifts?
Oh, the trip to Monte Carlo? The $20,000 in chips and the makeover segment that almost cost the station a petty lawsuit. I mean, let's not forget the dress. I mean, sometimes we give the talent a copy of the tape and we send them on their way.
What dress?
The designer original that was specially made for Ms. Mademoiselle Marsh and given to her courtesy of our very generous station owner. Look, I'm just giving you friendly advice. Dimitri is breathing down your neck. Watch your back.
Thanks. So, we're back to being friends, are we?
If it's between you and Dimitri, I would cover your back any day.
I'm very relieved to hear that.
Well, come.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't have anything to worry about. Gloria swore to me that Dimitri's out of her life for good.
All the arrogant, inconsiderate things that you've ever done. I told you I was tired of being put in the middle of you two. Didn't you hear anything I said last night?
I heard everything you said, and in fact, I've been thinking about it all night, and I've come to a decision.
Oh, you've come to a decision.
Yes. In order to keep peace with Tad, we can keep our friendship under wraps for a while.
No, I'm not going behind Tad's back.
Okay, Gloria, come on, please. Sit down and listen for just a second. I am thinking of you. I don't see any other way around this as long as Tad is so dead set against our friendship. It is the only tact that will work. In order to keep peace with Tad, we can keep our friendship under wraps for a while.
No, I'm not going behind Tad's back.
Gloria, sit down and listen to me just for a minute, please. I am thinking of you. I don't see any way around this as long as Tad is so dead set against our friendship. It's the only tact that...
Well. Isn't this cozy? Is there something I should know about?
Ooh, Tad, timing, huh? Timing. All right. This isn't what you think it is.
Get out. Now.
Adam, have you seen the papers?
I haven't even had my coffee.
Oh, the press is having a field day with Erica's arrest. It's gone national.
I'm not surprised.
Well, listen to this. Miss Kay may have been offered asylum in the home of her former husband, well-known entrepreneur Adam Chandler.
Entrepreneur? That hardly covers it.
Adam, how can you be so blasé? The police might think you're an accomplice. Now, if I were you, I'd get Barry Shire over here right away.
Don't you have Barry Shire chained to your bedpost by now?
Why don't I get him on the phone for you, darling?
Marion, I'm not interested.
I'm just trying to help, Adam.
Well, when I want you to help, I will ask you to help.
Darling, listen to me. Liza was up and out of this house at the crack of dawn this morning.
Well, of course she was. She has a television station to run.
No, she was furious that you had Erica hiding up in her attic. Now, what if she's gone to Jackson and says she'll testify that you were aiding and abetting a fugitive, huh?
Can we just forget about Dimitri?
No. We can't forget about Dimitri Merrick. It's impossible to forget about Dimitri Merrick because every time I turn around, you're lending him your shoulder to cry on.
That wasn't what I was doing.
God. I don't care. I don't want to talk about Dimitri anymore. I got an idea. Let's talk about us, okay? What about us? You swore to me that you were going to cut him off.
Fine. Tell you what, next time I see him, I'll just spit on him and slam the door in his face. Would you like that?
If only. That would be so great. Who am I kidding? Next time he has a crisis, shows up, wants you to hold his hand, you're going to melt like butter in a frying pan.
Thanks for that vote of confidence.
Gloria, there's not a whole lot going on here that inspires confidence, you know? Honey, I'm trying to tell you, if you're not willing to cut this guy out of our lives, you and I don't stand a snowball's chance in hell.
Marion, even you must know a wife can't testify against her husband.
No, but she could put a bee in his bonnet.
Jack knows that Erica took refuge in my house without my knowledge.
Oh, darling, nothing happens in your house without your knowledge. You're like the Cyclops, all-seeing and all-knowing.
That sounds like your job description.
Okay, fine. Forget about it. I suppose it's up to Erica to decide your legal fate anyway.
I am treasuring your concern. But do I look worried?
Not at the moment, darling.
Good.
But when she's under oath, you know, she is being arraigned this morning, Adam.
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know. It came a little while ago. Adam, it's got Liza's name on it. What are you doing?
It's business. It's from RCW. Voila. Good grief.
What is it?
The overnights.
Regarding?
The coverage of Erica. Starting from Liza's exclusive interview with Dimitri right through what happened last night. These numbers are through the roof.
Oh.
We've never had numbers like this before. Even when that kid got caught in the well.
Oh, once again, my daughter has worked her media magic.
Well, it was a team effort.
No, it wasn't, darling. She did it all by herself, and she did it brilliantly. She has outperformed even you as the owner of RCW. This is a real triumph for her. Wouldn't be surprised if she wins an Emmy.
Oh, I wouldn't preen just yet, Mumsy. She may not be able to sustain the momentum.
Of course she will. The ongoing saga of Erica Kane will probably catapult her straight into the Broadcasting Hall of Fame. And mark my words, I'm sure she'll find a way to use your role in this to her advantage. So I wouldn't be so cocky, my darling, if I were you. Where are you going, Adam? Erica's arraignment? Have a nice day, darling.
Mr. Montgomery, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the defendant, Erica Kane, has been charged with 3 felonies, all involving the infant child now known as Madeline Flora Gray. Following the birth of said child on 4 March 1997, the defendant was entrusted to bring the child to a hospital for medical care. Subsequently, the child disappeared and was presumed dead. However, in reality, the child had been abducted by Miss Kane.
Your Honor, may I please...
Wait, you'll get your turn. Get your turn.
How much more can they put her through?
As the court well knows, kidnapping is a first-degree felony with which Miss Kane has been charged. In addition, she's been charged with interfering with the custody of a child, a third-degree felony, and concealment of the whereabouts of a child, also a felony in the third degree.
Please say something, please.
Your Honor, if it please the court,
Yes, Mr. Dillon?
I would like the record to reflect the fact that Miss Kane did willingly and voluntarily return the child to the Grays on June 24th. The child was well nourished and in excellent health.
Your Honor, the people are well aware of that fact. However, this was fully 3 months after the child disappeared.
Let the record so state.
Thank you.
Is there anything further, Mr. Dillon?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Montgomery?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Kane, do you understand the nature of the charges against you?
I do.
How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that is a lie. This woman's as guilty as sin.
With due respect, Your Honor, Mr. Merrick's interruptions here are wearing as thin as the hair on his chinny chin chin.
I agree. Mr. Merrick, get a hold of yourself or I'll hold you in contempt.
She's the one who's showing
You are pushing it, Mr. Merrick.
The defendant lied to your face. Erica Kane truly believes she's above the law. I will see you in hell before you walk away from this.
Let that be an object lesson in how to impose on the tolerance of this court. We will take a 5-minute recess.
All rise.
You okay?
Don't be surprised if Dimitri changed himself to one of the courthouse pillars.
This has got to stop. He's got to stop acting out like this.
Don't hold your breath. I get a feeling this is just a preview of coming attractions.
So, would you like me to make you a list?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, you know, toothbrush, underclothes, reading material, after-dinner mints. You know, all the little treats from home that you'll miss when you're in the Pine Valley Detention Center.
Don't worry about me.
Well, don't worry about the Empire. I'll keep it humming along while you're incarcerated. How long do they give you for harboring a fugitive, anyway?
I never harbored anybody in my life.
Oh, so Erica was just up in your attic gathering up her old Christmas tree stand. Just a little detour on her way to Argentina, huh?
She wasn't going to Argentina.
Oh, well, you should know.
All rise. This court is now in session.
Ms. Kane has entered a plea of not guilty. Would counsel care to address the matter of bail?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Kane is a longtime resident of Pine Valley. She has roots in this community that go back to her childhood. Her primary residence is in Pine Valley. She owns businesses here. She's creating a signature show for WRCW. Furthermore, the defense has every confidence that all charges against her will be disproved. For all of these reasons, Ms. Kane is not a flight risk. We request minimum bail.
Mr. Montgomery?
Your Honor, if convicted of all charges, Ms. Kane faces a combined sentence of 34 years. Far from being confident of acquittal, Ms. Kane dreads the penalties of her criminal acts so much so that at the time of her arrest, she was eluding authorities by hiding in the attic of the home of Adam Chandler.
That is patently untrue.
Calm down, Ms. Kane.
May I please speak on my own
That's
behalf?
not a good idea.
You have been accused of fleeing the jurisdiction of this court. Do you want to respond to that charge?
Yes, Your Honor, I most certainly do. Your Honor, the district attorney is misinformed. I had no intention of fleeing the country or this town or my home. I was forced out of my home by hordes of hostile reporters who had been incited by my former husband. You heard his hysterical rantings here in this courtroom. Well, he broadcast those hysterical claims on the air. He turned a private misunderstanding into a public smear campaign.
Your Honor, kidnapping is hardly a misunderstanding.
I'd have to agree.
Because of my former husband's ravings, I was besieged by a hostile press. You had him ejected from this courtroom, but millions of people heard his broadcast on television, national television. My home was surrounded by these reporters. They were hostile. Someone threw a brick through my window, which was accompanied by a very ominous threat.
Your Honor, I left my home and hid in the Chandler house so that I could find some peace. In fact, so I could find some physical safety.
And to elude arrest.
Your Honor, would you instruct the DA to refrain from these off-the-cuff remarks?
Mr. Montgomery's point is well taken. Ms. Kane was sequestered at the time of her arrest.
But I had no idea of any arrest.
Your Honor, with all due respect, doesn't that strain the credulity of this court just a little bit?
Wait a second. How is my client, who's innocent, supposed to predict an arrest? Tea leaves, Ouija board, tarot cards, maybe?
Over the top, counsel. This is an informal hearing, not a comedy hour.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Did Mr. Chandler suggest to you that he could shield you from the police?
Mr. Chandler had no idea that I was hiding in his home. I used an old key. And when Mr. Chandler found me in his attic, he urged me to come out of hiding.
So Mr. Chandler anticipated an arrest and alerted you to the possibility?
A possibility of arrest was never even mentioned.
And you would have surrendered yourself if it had been?
As a matter of fact, that was my intention. I called my lawyer and asked him to make the arrangement.
Your Honor, quite simply, in light of the circumstances of Ms. Kane's arrest, the people would like bail to be set so that it is prohibitive to flight.
Mr. Dillon?
My client is obviously determined to clear her name and reputation. Fleeing the court will not do that. Only a non-guilty verdict will.
I'm inclined to agree with the district attorney. Ms. Kane's disappearance raises disturbing questions. Given that and the scope of her assets, I'm setting bail at $1 million in cash.
Cash bail in the full amount?
That is correct, Mr. Dillon.
May I confer with my client?
Keep it brief.
Can you handle that?
I'll have to hawk my jewelry.
Do you have any other liquid assets?
Stocks and bonds, real estate.
$1 million cash is a problem.
Cash? I don't keep $1 million cash in a cookie jar. I don't know. It could take days. Would they keep me in jail?
Your Honor, we request that in lieu of cash, the court accept the sign-off of comparable assets.
We're not inclined to yield on this matter.
Your Honor, I will happily post Miss Kane's bond.
You know, I'm actually beginning to enjoy this.
Bye-bye.